It all began like any other morning. The air was cool, the sun barely peeking over the mountains, and the villagers were going about their usual routines, making breakfast, tending to animals, chatting with neighbors. No one could have imagined the horror that was about to unfold.
Yalta today looks...
الله أكبر. طريقة ريحانية انطلق يا شباب.
Suddenly, a deafening roar shattered the silence. A massive landslide came crashing down the steep slopes of the Minshan Mountains. It wasn't just mud. It was a violent, unstoppable wave of rock, trees, and soil. Within seconds, it tore through the peaceful village nestled in Pingwu County, deep in the highlands of China's Sichuan Province. Houses where families had lived for generations were crushed. Farmlands, green and thriving just hours earlier, disappeared under a thick layer of choking earth. Roads connecting the community to the outside world were gone in an instant. The cause: days of relentless rain had weakened the mountains. The soil had soaked up too much water. Rivers were already at the brink. When the mountain finally gave way, it turned an already dangerous situation into a full-blown catastrophe.
Abis!
But that was only the beginning. As the landslide buried Pingwu, it also blocked nearby rivers, forcing water to surge backward and spill over. The sudden blockage caused flash floods to tear through towns downstream, especially in Mianyang and Guangyuan. Streets were swallowed whole. Floodwaters rose fast, faster than anyone could prepare for. Cars floated away like paper boats. Livestock disappeared. Entire neighborhoods went under in a toxic mix of water, mud, and debris. Bridges, some built decades ago, snapped and crumbled like they were made of twigs. In marketplaces and homes, floodwaters surged through doorways, sweeping away food, medicine, and every sign of normal life. People were caught completely off guard. In Pingwu, the ground shook so violently that some thought it was an earthquake. Families ran barefoot through rising waters, clinging to tree branches, climbing onto rooftops. In Mianyang, the sound was described as a freight train, roaring louder and louder as rocks and water surged down the hills. In Guangyuan, elderly villagers were carried to safety by their neighbors, while children cried for parents swept away by the current. The chaos was unimaginable. Homes vanished in seconds. Memories buried under mud. Lives turned upside down by a force that showed no mercy. Sirens echoed through the valleys. Emergency teams rushed in, but getting to the affected areas was almost impossible. Roads were blocked, some were buried, others had collapsed. Helicopters became lifelines, flying over destroyed villages, dropping supplies and searching for survivors. Soldiers, firefighters, and volunteers from nearby towns risked everything, wading through waist-deep mud, navigating unstable ground, and pulling people from the rubble with bare hands. In Pingwu, homes were flattened. Some neighborhoods looked like they had been bombed, nothing left but splintered wood and shattered memories. In Mianyang, houses were buried under meters of sludge. Electricity was gone. Clean water was gone. Entire communities were forced to live in darkness, relying on flashlights and battery-powered radios. In Guangyuan, markets, schools, even hospitals were underwater. Makeshift tents became emergency clinics where doctors treated injuries, cuts, broken bones, and hypothermia from hours in the freezing floodwaters. Experts now warn that the danger isn't over. The rain may stop, but the ground is still unstable. More landslides could strike at any time. Rivers are still dangerously swollen. And with more rain in the forecast, flash floods remain a serious threat.
我昨晚上我一夜没睡，睡没着，妈天，车子躺到门口了，你们看，该来死哦，就把它弹完，我觉得，该来。
Evacuation orders have been issued for nearby areas. Shelters are overcrowded. Relief teams are stretched thin. Roads are broken, and many villages remain unreachable.
Thuê là thuê cửa đâu, bao lồng đá cay rồi. La ho.
Yet even in the face of such destruction, something powerful is emerging. In Pingwu, neighbors are sharing the little food they have left. In Mianyang, strangers are opening their homes to displaced families. In Guangyuan, businesses are donating supplies, volunteers are pouring in, and communities are working together like never before. Messages of support are arriving from across the country. Donations, clothes, medicine, whatever people can offer, they are sending it. This disaster is not just a story of destruction.
Oh my god. समुद्र हेर्नलाई本来人年成都难得过，老天爷哦，你又成啷个老百姓长个过日子哦，老天爷哦，你让老百姓难。
It is a story of unity, of courage, of humanity refusing to give up. Yes, this was a landslide. Yes, it was a flood.